Athletes Unlimited will cheer all its flag bearers, but only one victor today. The sublime shooting of Charlotte North has placed her close to a conquering position. This record-setting summer worthy of the title. Sam Apuzzo has set extraordinary standards for 3 seasons of AU play. All that remains is for her to finally capture the crown. Sound the bell. It's winner take all with Athletes Unlimited Pro Lacrosse on ESPN. There's a championship on the line, and we have a dazzling day to watch it unfold here in Sparks, Maryland. The final day of the season is down to the final game. A battle between the team led by Charlotte North and the squad captained by Sam Apuzzo. Athletes Unlimited welcomed 56 of the best players in the world to compete for a single title. Teams of 14 changed rosters every week through a captain's draft. Keep your eye on the leaderboard. The scoring is fun and fast-paced, with each athlete playing 12 games over 4 weeks. As of right now, the 2-time champ will not be repeating this time. The superstar scorer is in third with eyes for number 1. The fleet-footed captain is hoping for her first ever medal, as is the sport's most decorated attacker gunning for her first ever gold. Here's the overall top 10. Understanding the top 4 will medal. Sam Apuzzo and Charlotte North will likely duel for the top spot. Allie Kennedy, Taylor Marino, they have plenty of company in the quest for the top 4 medals. The always steady Katie Glynn and Ali Mastriani are right there in the mix. A very pleasant welcome to you, along with Courtney Martinez-Connor, a 5-time national champion at Maryland. I'm Joe Beninati. We'll make way for our field reporter, Kylie Oldmiller, in just a second. Courtney, this is the game likely to decide the champion. What's going to be the deciding factor?
You know, I think the biggest question is coming up with quarter-to-quarter wins. That's going to decide who gets 20 points each and every second. But most importantly, you got to perform on the field. And if history shows, Sam Apuzzo is the one to do that. She kind of just wills her way. The
NCAA's all-time point-scoring leader steps into the picture right now. Kylie, these two know each other well from their college days. What's the lesson, perhaps, that Charlotte has learned the most from Sam?
When I asked Charlotte this question ahead of today's game, she said there wasn't just one thing that she could pick that she's learned from Sam. They work out daily together still. Their 6 a.m. workouts. What she would say if she had to pick one thing is her will to win and how much she just cares. She's made it really cool to care about lacrosse for Charlotte.
This is the 4th summer of Athletes Unlimited Pro Lacrosse. Fans are wondering, is this finally the day for Sam Apuzzo to win gold? Heading into the final day of the last 2 seasons, this 3-time medalist has fallen agonizingly short of the overall title. Ladies, let's begin our breakdown with thoughts on Apuzzo. Court, every day she shows herself to be a fierce competitor.
Sam Apuzzo is just relentless. Whether she's battling in the middle of the field or causing turnovers, she's involved in everything, and she's an attacker. Her main job is to score goals, which she does countless times, but look for everything to facilitate through her, a competitor in every sense of the word.
She also has championship coaching experience at Boston College, so the way that she manages the game clock and important possessions in tight games, while she focuses on her own play at the same time, is why she ends up at the top of the leaderboard every year.
From one Boston College Eagle to another, Charlotte North has been spectacular this summer. She has all the skills necessary to be number 1.
You know, Charlotte's a versatile attacker. What I mean by that, she scores in a variety of fashions. Her signature is to wind up and have a very powerful shot, but she can do so much more. Watch for the ball to be creatively throwing through her, whether she's the one scoring or assisting.
And she's no stranger to pressure, being a part of championship teams and honestly just being Charlotte North. But she's been really instilling confidence in the individuals on her team as a captain, and that's been really fun to watch.
Kylie, these 2 teams this week, they're used to pressure-packed games and having success in them. Team North beat Team Marino 10-8 on Thursday night. They picked up a 12-11 win yesterday. That game required a shootout. Team Apuzzo, behind its star captain Sam, overtime game winners twice from Apuzzo, both Thursday night and yesterday afternoon, bringing Sam Apuzzo and her mates to the title game. Over the last 4 weeks, Charlotte North has been giving us her insights from the field. We go amid action with the captain right now. 88, listen up. What's your approach to winning as a team and as an individual today?
Last game of the season, we've had an awesome weekend. This team has been so much fun. So we're looking to put together one last complete performance together and have a ton of fun.
Charlotte, a complete performance where you were potentially going to be at that top spot. What does that mean to you?
I think it's really about getting the win today. I mean, honestly, this team has been so inspirational from the defensive end of the field all the way down. We felt really connected on and off the field, and so we're excited for another chance to play together.
Charlotte, go ahead and have one more great day. Thanks very much.
Thanks so much.
Charlotte North squad wearing the orange. Team Apuzzo in the white gold. The officials, Lynn Bowers, Liz Brush, Erica Leslie, Ronnie Anton, and Kim Kramer today. Game 24, the last go-round in the summer of 2024 for Athletes Unlimited Pro Lacrosse. We are off and running, and Andy Aldave in possession. Draw controls get you 4 points on the leaderboard. In Athletes Unlimited, we play 6-on-6 at the offensive end. There's a 60-second shot clock. You'll see an 8-meter key. Score from behind it, you get 2 points for the team and 16 for yourself. As Charlotte North goes to goal, defended by Abby Bosco, the defender of the year last summer. Marie McCool helping out. McCool was #1 on the leaderboard after the first week of this summer. North has come on with a vengeance. Sharing it for Aldave, fires. That's eaten up easily there at the end of the line by Kaylee Waters.
So we've already seen the defensive game plan for Team Apuzzo. Bosco with the big-time matchup against Charlotte North, and then the quick doubles. They're sending them early. They're not even waiting for her to challenge. They're saying, you have the ball, we respect that. We're going to come out after you. We want to make you move it.
Dempsey Arsenault, the only player drafted in the first round all 4 weeks this summer. Sam Apuzzo settles, shares the rock with Geyers back. Apuzzo thinking about the 2. Ball down. Scaled, scrambling for it, and Apuzzo comes away. 18 seconds to shoot from the bad angle, circling the goal. Apuzzo bouncers to score!
We often talk about whether the ball is bouncing your way or not. And Sam Apuzzo, right spot, right time, but you got to do the work. And she battled for that ground ball. Once she scooped it up, she thought about heading to cage. She waited for that better angle, rolled around on her right side. She liked the matchup between her and Megan Ball.
And she was catching those defenders a little bit off guard when she immediately picked up that ground ball. She kind of challenged towards the cage on that low angle, and I agree with you, Courtney. I think it was really smart of her to take an extra second and loop around through X.
That goal, her 27th on the season, is worth 12 points on the leaderboard. One individual champion when we're all said and done, when the MVP voting is completed. After this game, they'll be handing out 4 medals, a Defender of the Year, a Teammate of the Year, as Kenzie Kent will operate for Team North in orange. Sydney Scales, one of the rookie defenders on the all-defensive team, along with the fellow freshman Emily Knowles. This is Madison Ahern handing off for Charlotte North. North with 47 goals this summer. Works in, spins away, jump shot there, fought off by Waters. Rebound belongs to Meg Dowdy, another all-defensive team performer. Outlets to Bosco, further on to Casey Choma, the rookie from Notre Dame.
We've seen Casey Choma running a lot of midfield for Team Apuzzo, and I like that. It gets her involved more. It gives the middies more of a rotation. There's just 4 people at each position, so that's not a lot, especially when you're running the full length of the field.
The high-scoring Geyers back off the split dodge will roll in. Feed it up top for Arsenault, then around the horn to Mastriani. Alley off the sweep, lets it go, and Katie Glynn spots that at the head of her cross. Katie Glynn, twice a medalist in the first 3 summers of AU Pro Lacrosse. So consistently among the top 5. Rookie Megan Ball, who leads the league in caused turnovers, avoids one there. Ooh. Then she gets hit by Bosco. It'll be Team North ball at the 3-minute mark. Marie McCool, a 4-year veteran of Athletes Unlimited. 17 players have played in all 4 summers. McCool lets it go and scores! Marie McCool.
We've seen Marie McCool explode this entire weekend for Charlotte North's team in orange. You know, I think her having the ability, the freedom, a lot of great attackers surrounding her, it just opens more lanes for her to dodge from the top because there's attackers who are so prolific that the defense is worried about matching up on.
And I like that she released that shot soon. Instead of trying to dive her way down and tuck her stick through a bunch of swinging defenders, she just lets it go. And sometimes you just have to let it fly, and Marie McCool knows when.
A dozen tallies for McCool. Her career best was 28 in her rookie year back in 2021. We remind you that was a 15-game schedule. McCool on the verge of her 1-year wedding anniversary. Draw control to Mastriani. Allie, who can add up points in so many different ways, had 7 draw controls back on Thursday. Erin Kuykendall maneuvers inside the 8-meter key. Bouncer, she scores. They celebrate. There was a whistle, but Kuykendall converts.
It's not often that you see number 5 challenging with a head of steam to goal. Oftentimes she's making nifty moves inside, but protecting through the stick swing. We see her move with pace, and I like this. Generally, she's in tight, doing things creatively with her stick, but protecting well with her body.
And that's exactly what gets her inside there. I agree with you, Court, that she was really challenging from up top there, but that extra stick protection, what she does so well and what makes her so unique as a player, is her stick protection and her ability to move her stick in different ways.
The daughter of Scott and Jennifer, 2 times a first-team All-American, Kuykendall, just 19 seconds after McCool, gives Team Apuzzo in white the lead again. 4 10-minute quarters in Athletes Unlimited Pro Lacrosse. The goals are 80 yards apart. Arsenault staggers in on Griffin and scores! Dempsey Arsenault. Goals in 9 straight games.
The first thought that comes to my mind, Kylie, you're gonna love this, right? The left hand. All of you young players at home, this is her non-dominant side. Clearly, everybody works on both hands, as you should, but it's almost like she's more comfortable with her weak hand, and defensively, they're like, no big deal, I'm not gonna let you take me topside. Whereas at this point, I'd almost think of forcing her on a low-angle righty shot.
Especially this season. I think that's right, Court. She's been so incredibly good with her left hand this season, and it just goes to show that's exactly why you work on it, because a lot of times defenses will scout you, and an all-world player like Dempsey Arsenault, who is known as a righty midfielder, they scout against that. So for her to have that second option in her left hand is huge.
Dempsey Arsenault, so often a leaderboard darling. Very strange to see her beginning of the day 30th on the leaderboard. This is a player who's had 2 straight 6th place finishes on her ledger. She's made it a 3-1 advantage for Team Apuzzo as we near the midway mark of the opening quarter. Sam Apuzzo has been a captain for 12 straight weeks, the longest stretch in any of Athletes Unlimited sports. Odyssey Sims was a basketball captain for 11. As they rain down goals, it continues. Mastriani.
4 different goal scorers, 4 goals for Team Apuzzo. You look at the midfield, Apuzzo, Arsenault, and now Mastriani, U.S. team players. And Allie's known for that kind of shiftiness back and forth, bringing her stick, protecting it. She doesn't even put it in her non-dom hand. All she's doing is bringing it across her body, faking back and forth. The aggressiveness, the ability to move left and right is what fakes out the defense.
And that's something Allie trains in the offseason. She works on that explosive movement, but also working on keeping her feet underneath her when she dodges. And that first dodge, as she approached that, she got so much separation off of that first move.
That was a beautiful face dodge. 3 goals in exactly a minute. It's the first time ever that Mastriani has worn the white gold uniform this week. She comes up with draw possession. For every player on the roster, when you win an individual quarter, it's 20 points. Give and go, bang, bang. How about this for offense? Team of Puzo lighting up the scoreboard.
Team of Puzo from Ali Mastriani coming up with possession after possession. They are just continuing to play make it, take it. Ali Mastriani yet again getting possession for her team. They don't slow things down for too long. Kuykendall to Arsenal. Captain with her head up, Sama Puzo. She is checking on that trail cutter, Cassidy Spillis. She knows where everyone is at all times.
And the way that they move the ball through X there as the ball banged through to Sama Puzo, what that does to the defense is it gets the defense to actually turn their backs to up top, and that's how Cassidy Spillis was able to be open.
Team of Puzo has won the first 4 draws until this one. McCool gets possession, breezing back in. Spillis made the check there. Spillis, the most recent goal scorer. She had goals in each of her first 4 games as a pro. This is the all-time leading goal scorer out of Rutgers. Charlotte North now trying to get her squad back in the act. Run over, punched in the nose in the first 5 minutes by Team of Puzo. North will switch it for McCool, who has the lone strike for the team dressed in orange. Amy Moreau on the go, gets inside. Stick check there on the trail check. Bounced loose McCool. North with 20 seconds to shoot, pumped that one. That was partially blocked, and we heard a whistle from the officials. Restarting quickly, North gets into the alley, playing the 2-player game with Kenzie Kent. Behind the goal to Ahern, one of the league leaders in assists. Ahern stick checked, another whistle. They play on through it. McCool fires and scores! Marie McCool.
McCool getting goal number 2 on the board for Team North. I think the referees, this is the second call in a row that they were about to call a walling call. Marie able to squeak this one by and get another goal for Team North. We see defensively, Ali Mastriani just kind of a deer in headlights, but Marie McCool still able to get it on cage and out of those defensive players' way.
McCool and her mates, they have some catching up to do late in the first quarter.
In 3rd grade, and I absolutely hated it at first, but
Very appreciative lacrosse fans here at USA Lacrosse HQ. Athletes Unlimited Pro Lacrosse. Team of Puzo in command in the first 6 minutes by a 5-2 margin. But Courtney, a pause of concern now. A few moments ago, we saw Charlotte North gingerly making her way to the sideline.
As she's re-attacking, you just see her kind of pull up for a second. And I like the fact that anytime you kind of feel like a little funny, it's always good just to get things checked out We have such great staff on the sidelines, our athletic trainers working hard. Looks like they've given her the green light.
Looks like they've also applied a knee sleeve on that right side. Charlotte North in conversation with Marie McCool. McCool has both goals for Team North in the orange. As far as Team Apuzo is concerned, 5 different goal scorers right off the jump, including the captain, number 2 in the white, who's attempting to win her first gold medal in 4 tries with Athletes Unlimited, as Kenzie Kent comes over to speak to Charlotte North, make sure her captain's okay and good to go. We go inside the draw circle. Lizzie Colson will come up with a grounder and play it on. Erin Kuykendall backs in, measured by fellow rookie there, Megan Ball, one of the sport's top players at the defensive end, ground balls and cause turnovers. Apuzo will make this hot for Kuykendall. Sets her feet, fires on the step down. She scores! Apuzo very close to a 2-pointer.
When their feet is close to the line, the referees are always going to take just an extra peek to verify whether it's a 2-pointer or not. The ball movement is stellar. When you have the ball moving, it makes the defense have to shift around, and we see Sydney Scales getting out to the ball carrier, Sam Apuzo, slowly. So that's why she had time to wind up.
Officials will always do an official review when there's a goal that happens that the player's feet is that close to that 8-point arc. So we're taking a peek at it down here on the field.
The difference, of course, if it's a 2-pointer for the team, it would be a 16-point addition to the leaderboard for Sam Apuzo, as we share another point of view, as the toes are pretty close to the 8-meter key.
You know, it looks like the ball was out of her stick, Joe. As long as it's out of the stick before you step over the line for the 2-pointer, then she's fine.
Sam knew she was close. As soon as she landed, she backpedaled. This is the point of view for the officials in their review. See the weight transfer and the release on the shot.
So that angle, it looks more like her foot, her toe is on the line. Hard for us to tell.
Erica Leslie and Ronnie Anton with the review. This one will be a single-point tally for Apuzo. Give her 12 points on the leaderboard. She's got a couple of goals. She's got an assist already. And it sure looks like her team is well on its way to winning the opening quarter. For all 14 players on your roster, when you win an individual frame, an individual 10-minute quarter, everybody picks up 20 for the leaderboard. Draw control to Marie McCool. Team North in the orange. Prevailed over Team Marino 10-8 back on Thursday. Won in a shootout yesterday over Team Kennedy. Team Kennedy dominated Team Marino in the earlier game today. Allie Kennedy in the process moving up on the leaderboard. There's just a single champion when all is said and done. Ball down. Dowdy with the scoop. Meg Dowdy will advance. Play it on to Choma. Kuykendall working from the left flank off the sweep. Kuykendall had her shot broken up. Ball again comes off the ground with it and spots an open Kenzie Kent. Ahern outside the key, fires. She yanked that one wide. Closest to the ball where and when on a missed shot gets possession, so the officials award it to Aldave and Team North. Charlotte fidgets at the 8-meter key, feeds. Ahern has all day. Better stop there by Waters at the end of the line. Her second on the afternoon. Goalies get 4 points for every save this summer. Bosco relieving the pressure, spots Sam Apuzo. It's 6-on-6 at this end of the field. Geyer's back, who grew up on the same block with Sam Apuzo. Those two have great instincts with one another. Share it on the outside for Kuykendall. Geiersbach shifts in and fires. Katie Glynn straightened up to make that save. Glynn has 20 seconds to clear the midline. No worries for veteran defender Courtney Taylor, who had 4 caused turnovers yesterday. That's a way to get yourself up the leaderboard in a hurry. Gilbert, face dodge. Lauren lost the handle. Waters says thanks very much. Another battle, another goalie duel between Kaylee Waters and Katie Glynn. 2 very established keepers in Athletes Unlimited Pro Lacrosse. Apuzzo wants the ball. She's in search of her first ever gold medal. Already a 3-time medalist, the back-to-back runner-up. Mastriani on the go. Geiersbach's pass deflected by Ball. Scales looks out at her college assistant coach, Sam Apuzzo. They would have worked together in Chestnut Hill at BC. Geiersbach off the frame of the cage. That should be a reset. There's no need for the shot clock, however, since we're under a minute in the quarter. Quarter win points about to come to all 14 players in the white gold.
Sam setting up a big isolation dodge. I would expect that Team North would send out a quick double to dissuade that.
This shot from Mastriani goes wide. 10 seconds remaining. Kuykendall takes it in against McCool. Gets topside, goes behind the back and just missed the mark. That'll do it for the opening 10 minutes of play. Team Apuzzo 1/4 of the way through regulation on top. 20 points for everybody in white.
That's just one step closer for Sam Apuzzo as she is in search of her first ever gold. She leads the top of the leaderboard above Kennedy. North. Any player with the gold or the orange next to their name has the opportunity to move up or down throughout this entire game. And we see Ali Mastriani bumping up with 20 points next to her name.
Those colors, the corresponding jersey colors, as we get ready to have a whole lot of fun here in Sparks, Maryland. Sam Apuzzo and her mates off to a flying start on ESPN. Athletes Unlimited Pro Lacrosse is sponsored by EY. If you're going to win a gold medal in Athletes Unlimited, you're going to need to have some dramatics in overtime like Sam Apuzzo did on both Thursday and Saturday. Ali Mastriani would help out in that initial one. Kuykendall with a late tying tally as well to force the game past 40 minutes. And then the captain took over twice, jumping for joy with her team in the win column.
If there's one thing to bet on, it's Sam Apuzzo. Somehow the stars just always seem to align, and it's been almost the past 2 seasons. This time, it's as if magic is ready and waiting.
Courtney, the last time she wasn't a captain, you got to go back to week 5 of the inaugural season, 2021. Midfielder Taylor Cummings was the champion that summer. Taylor Marino back-to-back years, and Apuzzo racking up a ton of points on her way to the top spot, and you can do it in a variety of ways.
You know, you obviously need to win that overall game, win as many quarters as you possibly can. But statistically, you got to do what you do best, and that's scoring goals. But she gets points as a cause turnover, which is what you see for defenders, draw circle, ground balls, and then you get recognized for that by being voted one of the top 3 MVPs, and oftentimes she's the #1 that's chosen.
The team in orange, Team North, its high-scoring captain at 47 goals and counting. A record-setting summer for 88, who's been dealing with a minor leg injury in this opening quarter. Plus now, Kenzie Kent finds Marie McCool. North is outside the 8-meter key. Charlotte launches to Ahern. Ahern will make another pass. 25 seconds on the shot clock. North ready to go. Challenged on the outside by Arsenal. McCool jitterbugs away from Dowdy. North didn't get there in time. Arsenal takes it away on the cause turnover for Team Apuzzo.
Such a nonchalant knockdown for Dempsey Arsenal. That caused turnover, ground ball as she heads out of the backside. She was a part of the double team that they are just trying to stop Charlotte North from even dodging. I think the ball's just not moving fast enough for Team North. Once that ball initially moves, you want to keep it moving, keep it hot. Lots
of field hockey and ice hockey in the past for Arsenal, the native of New Hampshire, living nowadays in the great state of California. Kuykendall on the rocker step. Apuzzo finds Geyers back. She spins on ball. Here comes Scales. Apuzzo, one more to Mastriani, trying to draw the walling call. Her shot didn't get through. Shot clock's at 10. Kuykendall, who's been a highlight maker. Apuzzo on the run. That's too high for Arsenal. It's a turnover back to Team North.
And a turnover that will cause Sam to lose -5 points. Everything has a value, whether it's in the positive or in the negative. Everything you do on the field matters.
Kenzie Kent, all-time leader in assists in Athletes Unlimited Pro Lacrosse. Whirling in, finds North. North hitching before the delivery there, no shot. Charlotte North on the go against Dowdy. Jump shot, she scores! Charlotte North gets one back for her side.
Charlotte's first goal of the game. Marie McCool, midfielder, having the first 2 for Team North. What I like about this, she dodged, she backed out, and we see her on the back out again, and then she is re-attacking right away. And when she did that, it didn't give Meg Dowdy time to set up. And then once Meg lunged, that's when Charlotte decided to roll right out of it.
I like that roll dodge from Charlotte North. I feel like we've seen a lot of her dodging be kind of square to her defender, so a face dodge or a split dodge. So for her to turn her back there to get her hands free, I like that look.
North has been receiving attention from the athletic trainers on the sideline. When you see that replay, the band that's on her left calf is what's nominating her and indicating her as a captain. The sleeve on the right knee is the troublesome matter for Charlotte so far in this one. 6-3 at the moment. North climbs back into second place after picking up the 12 points for the goal. Kenzie Kent maneuvers in. Hands it off to McCool. Marie to the alley. Fires, and Waters was there waiting at the end of the line. There is a whistle after the stop and a card to come here. Lizzie Colson on her way to the sideline. This is going to be player up for Team North.
A player up opportunity due to a yellow card. We see the stick come across. It gets Marie McCool right in the neck. Even a regular hold would be a foul, this time up around the neck.
From free position, McCool scores! The first half hat trick for Marie McCool.
I like that Marie McCool, who she's fast off the line, that she took this in. She knew she could get a good start. Anytime you can do that, it's ideal. Granted, a player up opportunity, you have an extra man. We've seen different things happen on the offensive side.
I agree with you, Court. I was hoping she would take this one in. A lot of times when you see those yellow cards, like you said, you'll see the player elect to pull it out and look for the better opportunity. But Marie McCool has the hot hand to start, so she's got to go for that one.
Two tallies 38 seconds apart. For McCool, her second hat trick in the last 4 games, making it a 2-point deficit for Team North in the orange. Final game, summer number 4 with Athletes Unlimited Pro Lacrosse, and so many folks to thank. To everybody connected with Athletes Unlimited at the top of the ladder, Jonathan, John, Sherry, for all your guidance and support. 4 medalists when we're done with play today after the MVP voting. A Defender of the Year, a Teammate of the Year will also be uncovered. Kuykendall from her knees, not able to come up with this. McCool has the hot stick, she's going to goal. Marie McCool all the way in, left-handed. She fanned on that one mostly. Waters in an end-line duel with Aldave. Aldave's been great. She's been really climbing up the leaderboard in the last couple weeks. Feed it inside, just missing. Grace Griffin was set up in prime real estate. Just past the 4-minute mark in the second quarter. Halfway through the shot clock. North, stick checked by Bosco. Abby stays right there at her hip. Aldave, challenged by Apuzzo. North on the go, fires and scores! Charlotte North, 49 tallies.
"49 goals in just 12 games. Charlotte is getting to have to work really hard with that defensive pressure of Abby Bosco. Leading up to that goal, she was tirelessly working. This time when she got the ball back, just pure speed, she gains a step on her defender.
This is a really cool look at the way that Charlotte North can score goals. The last time we saw her, she was on that low right wing, kind of around goal line extended. We've seen her dodge from X. Right now, she just grabbed that last one all the way up at the top like a midfielder and dodged down the alley.
North has hat tricks or better in 10 of 11 this season. She's got 2 today. This is a 3-goal unanswered run in just about 2 minutes. And more possession time for Team North as Moreau gets 4 points for herself with the draw control. Amy Moreau cradles it away from Spillis as we close in on the midway mark of the second half.
And here in the second quarter, all 3 goals belong to Team North. So they're in the lead right now in terms of the 20 quarter points. Can they hold this out and continue to produce offensively? And a large part of that, I think, is because they're sharing the ball a bit more, making defense have to slide around, and Charlotte's been able to get those 1v1 action.
North has Bosco hung up around the circle. Charlotte powers in, falls away, and hits the inside of the post. Big ricochet to Grace Griffin. Griffin who'll settle back in, new shot clock with 4:40 to go in the half. What was a comfortable 6-2 advantage for Team Apuzzo is now a 1-point game. Gilbert, who hails from Oregon. For Kenzie Kent, who went to the Frozen Four when she was a Boston College hockey player. There she backhands it off the post and in.
That's those moves that Kenzie Kent is known for in and around the crease. Just seems like she's always moving with skates on her feet. So fluid. Kenzie Kent tying things up here at Athletes Unlimited Pro Lacrosse.
I'm Technical Sergeant Alexa Singh. The Air National Guard's motto is always ready, always there. We're proud to partner with Athletes Unlimited players who are always ready to compete for the top spot. Now, let's find out who climbed their way up the leaderboard rankings to earn the title of Air National Guard's Mover of the Week.
Thanks to Technical Sergeant Alexa there. The Mover of the Week, attacker Andy Aldave. And Courtney, she has a knack for being around the goal at just the right time.
You know, she's one of those off-ball players that cuts perfectly in terms of timing. But we've seen her do a lot more of initiating with the ball in her stick as well. And don't forget about her work at the draw.
Two of her best performances this season, 322 leaderboard points in the first couple of games. Aldave there, often around the cage with the quick stick putaways. This week with Team North. It is a 6-6 draw with 4:24 to go in this opening half. Aldave not yet on the scoreboard. The opening quarter win points went to Apuzzo, comfortably 6-2. It's Team North with the 4-0 advantage in this second frame. 20 points for everybody on the roster when you win a 10-minute stretch in Athletes Unlimited. Since Apuzzo cashed in 6 times in the opening quarter, they have not taken a shot on cage in quarter number 2. Folks, get closer to the action with your free Unlimited Club membership. Vote on game MVPs, compete in the AU Fantasy League for exclusive prizes and more. Sign up now at auprolacrosse.com. Great to have you on board throughout this summer. We close up matters with Athletes Unlimited Pro Lacrosse on ESPN. Joe and Courtney up top. Kylie Ohlmiller's our field reporter. 2 seasons of play and 50 goals worth from Kylie. She's injured this year. She's helping out on the TV team, and we sure do appreciate her insight. Courtney Taylor's on the run. Taylor finds McCool. McCool had a first quarter hat trick. She's going to goal again. Fires, and Waters makes the rejection.
That was a lot of former Tar Heels in there. Marie McCool, Ali Mastriani on the defense, and then in goal, Kaylee Waters. What I love about AU Pro Lacrosse, number 1, how the rosters change from week to week, but 2, how you can see some old connections reuniting on the field again.
5 stops for Waters, Courtney, in this first half. Geyer's back, Apuzzo, and around the horn Arsenal. Sam's on the go against Scale. She scores! Sam Apuzzo, in need of a big day, is having one.
You know, when we take another peek back at this, the ball was not in Sam's stick for very long. Moving around the perimeter. As soon as she starts the dodge, she's getting rid of it quickly, and she does so many different things, whether it's swinging the ball to X again, letting it come around. So the fact that her angle was diminishing and she decided to pull this one back quick and fire it, I like it.
I also like that she attacks quickly. When she catches that ball, we're seeing some different defensive strategies from both teams. On Team North, we're seeing that double come to Sam Apuzzo, but she doesn't really let it set up in this particular instance because she catches and dives down that alley right away.
Points in 51 straight games for Sam Apuzzo. Every game she's ever played in AU Pro Lacrosse, she's scored a point. She's only been held off the score sheet without a goal 3 times. She's got 3 tallies today, back in front by 1 with 2:45 left in the opening half. Coming up, we'll take a peek back at Team Kennedy's earlier win today over Team Marino. That coming up at the half. Of course, highlights of this game, our final game of the summer. Charlotte North having an incredible campaign, playing the 2-player game outside the 8-meter key. North with a bandaged right leg. Feeds for Kenzie Kent. Gets it right back. North on her way to the goal. Charlotte draws a double team. Shot clock's at 10. Ahern peeking over top of the defense. Off the split dodge. Stopped by Waters. Rebound there. Controlled by Moreau. A fresh 60-second shot clock for Team North.
You know, I like the fact that Team North is moving the ball. I just don't think they're quite moving it fast enough. They're drawing doubles. There's no cutting action going on. You need to have more options.
Kent feeds. Ahern sharp angle. Working inside for an Andy Aldave put away.
All right, so I'm not going to say I told you so, but I told you so.
You could say it, Court.
Faster ball movement, a little bit of cutting work. So it starts with initiation from McCool to Kent, and then down on the crease you had Ahern. So the ball's moving, and now they're actually moving their feet. It ends with Aldave inside again. Right spot, right time.
And that movement you were talking about, it has to happen on the backside of where the dodge starts. So if you're setting up those isolation plays, whether it's Charlotte North or in this instance it was Marie McCool, you want to make sure that you're not just standing in those open spaces on the backside, but really moving, and then also moving the ball when you get the ball over there.
Very impressed by the passing work this summer of Madison Ahern. That window closed quickly around Aldave, and yet still she was able to squeeze the ball in there. Aldave ties it up at 7, 80 seconds left in this opening half. Team of Puzo in white, ready to clear with Abby Bosco. Dempsey Arsenault at this end of the field, 6-on-6. Geyer's back, quiet so far. Anything but throughout this summer of 2024. She's been a mainstay on the goal scoring sheet. Choma turns away, pressure comes quickly. Kuykendall, jab step against Taylor. Kuykendall, who favors her right, sidewinder there, stopped by Katie Glynn. 37 seconds to go. Glynn has 3 stops. Katie Glynn, who all throughout the summer has been making a steady climb on the leaderboard. What else is new? She's always in consideration for a medal. The top 4 will medal once this one is through. Charlotte North captures with 20 seconds to go. North, cat and mouse game here with Bosco, who's been with her most of the day. Here comes the double from Choma. Work it swiftly, McCool. Then Ahern down under into the splits. Waters made the save. That should do it for the opening half of play. A solid second frame from Team North. They'll bank the 20 points for winning the quarter.
Credit Team North with some adjustments offensively as well as defensively on the field. That's a big quarter-point win. 5 points to Puzo's 1. 20 points for everyone for the team in orange. And again, the game is not done. It's tightly contested. Both of these teams want to battle for their captain first and foremost. You look at Sam Puzo at spot number 1 on the leaderboard and Charlotte North in spot 2.
North in second, about 100 points behind Puzo. Charlotte chatting with Kylie Ohlmiller.
Okay, Charlotte, talk me through that second quarter kind of comeback there.
I mean, our team just comes together so amazingly. There's such good leadership all over the field, from the defense down to the offense. And so everyone's inspired and communicating together. We just got to assess what's in front of us and be smart, but we have the looks we want.
And you talked with me a little bit before the game about how Sam Puzo has had such an influence on your life. How does this come together in this game?
Yeah, I mean, she's just been, so monumental to me. Such a great friend and teammate. I'm always inspired by her, and I'm grateful to get to look up to her. But today we're looking for the win.
Love it. Go finish strong. Thanks.
Charlotte in good spirits. Her team back into a 7-7 tie with Team Puzo. Stay with us between quarters 2 and 3. We'll share highlights of the earlier win today, a Team Kennedy decision over Team Marino with Athletes Unlimited Pro Lacrosse. with plenty of onlookers at USA Lacrosse headquarters. That was a very good first half closing kick from Team North. They outscored Team Apuzo 5-1 in the second frame. We're 7-all after 20 minutes. Court, let's look back on the first game of the day. Team Kennedy's rookies were phenomenal in a win over Team Marino, led by Izzy Skane.
Izzy Skane, her first 5-goal game, she was just dominant. People call it the Skane train for a reason. When she gets a head full of steam in front of her, she really just gets going. And you can't forget about her as an outside shooter as well. Ellie Macera, she uses her speed all over the field. We saw her score countless goals for today, but it's her work in the middle of the field that also makes her most dangerous. She really gets the transition game going. And then last but not least, Captain Allie Kennedy. She scored a goal, but it's her ability to cause turnovers. Very heads up. She just is a little Energizer bunny. She goes, and she had the energy on the field today to lead her team to a big 15-8 win over Team Marino.
Go. She may be going to a medal, Allie Kennedy, as we take a look back at the Game 1 MVPs, brought to you by the U.S. Air Force. Allie Kennedy, the top spot, a much-needed 45 points to her ledger.
You know, and that's what helped move her up the leaderboard, winning each quarter as well as that overall game. Ellie Macera, dominant performance by the rookie. And then Kristen Carr, Cookie, head coach at Towson University, right around the corner for Team Marino. She did a great job on the defensive end of the field, and that was her final game of her AU Pro Lacrosse career.
Big thumbs up to Kristen Carr, an outstanding defender through 4 summers of work. Stay right there with us, folks. When we get you back, we will share first half highlights from this matchup between Team North and Team Apuzo. On the final day of the season with Athletes Unlimited Pro Lacrosse at USA Lacrosse headquarters, we are 7-7 at the halftime break. Joe and Courtney with you going through the highlights. Court, when we take a peek first for Team Apuzo, an outstanding opening quarter, and as usual, it was the rookie Aaron Kuykendall setting the pace.
This is the season of the rookies. I love it. They bring so much energy. Kuykendall so slippery on her moves to cage. What great stick protection. And then Sam Apuzzo, always keeping the defense honest. A lot of deception going on there with her in and out moves. And Apuzzo, yet again, a right alley dodge, changing it up, not ever keeping anything the same.
Apuzzo in her quest for her first gold medal, a 3-goal first half. Over on the north side, however,
you got Marie McCool. She has been doing a lot of the dirty work, whether at the draw control or scoring goals. You see Marie everywhere. She's one of those players who's tough defensively as well. But Charlotte North, the captain, showing that she can do it through not one people, but 2 defensive players. In her matchup, her little shadow, Abby Bosco, making it difficult for her, but Charlotte not slowing down an inch.
12 leaderboard points for every goal you score in Athletes Unlimited as we take a peek at the rest of the numbers through 20 minutes.
You know, the biggest things you notice, the number of shots that Team North is generating. Team Apuzzo, not shooting as much, but just as accurate. Obviously a big save differential, or more than double the amount Team Apuzzo in goal, Kaylee Waters. And draw controls are all in Team North. Generally the score is about even with where those draw controls are at.
It's Champions Day, it's Fan Appreciation Day, and of course we appreciate the pups every day. Athletes Unlimited Pro Lacrosse continues. On the other side, we'll listen in to Charlotte and Sam. The Yardley Love statue perched on the hillside here at USA Lacrosse headquarters, a perfect home for the Bronze. Over the last 4 weeks, the athletes have been very cooperative wearing microphones. We're in a 7-7 draw at the half. Today we hear these respectful captains as they take us into the game now with the U.S. Air Force.
Cool. Thank you so much.
Love you.
Love you. No matter what, everything up until this moment is in the past, all right? We have 40 minutes left together, all right?
Mr. Ken.
Love you, ladies.
Love you. Bye. Love you, Kens. Go get him. Not too hard, though. Who's got it? Let's go! She said, I look like the France player.
Go, go.
Are you okay?
No, I'm fine. I just want to get a wrap.
Hey,
The more we move harder off ball, the way more open it'll be. Yeah. I just can't initiate you guys.
Yeah, no, okay, guys, we got you.
Here we go. Guys, let's go. We got 4 minutes left, then we get a break, all right?
Let them take our momentum.
Here we go. Keep talking. Communication's everything. Here we go. Together on 3. Ready? 1, 2, 3.
Together. Here we go, you guys.
Great to eavesdrop on two of the best in the game. I know our field reporter, Kylie Ohlmiller, has played with a microphone before. Have you ever done it?
No.
You work with a microphone all the time. Have you ever played lacrosse with one?
No, we didn't even wear goggles. Please.
Back in the day. Kylie Ohlmiller standing by with Sam Apuzzo before quarter 3 begins.
Sam, what went right in that first half that you want to make sure that you continue into the second half?
I think just playing smart and playing aggressive. Our defense is locking it down right now. I think just keep carrying that over to the offense. It's going to help us.
Hopefully no overtimes today. No more stress for you. Good luck.
Apuzzo with a couple of OT victories to start this final week. So many thank yous in this our final game to all the athletes and facilitators and their families for the cooperation, their personalities, and their on and off the field excellence. It has been a pleasure to cover them. We have just 20 minutes left in regulation. In this matchup between Team Apuzzo in white and Team North in the orange. Aldave, a specialist inside the draw circle, the center there. They dig for it, and ultimately it's Aldave who will goose it to Marie McCool. McCool already with a first half hat trick. We're deadlocked at 7 apiece. The top 4 on the leaderboard, once the MVP voting is concluded after these next 20 minutes, will medal. Sam Apuzzo trying to win her first ever gold. She is the only, and she will be the only, 4-time medalist in any Athletes Unlimited sport. Kent on the go. Moreau next. Charlotte North now with that right knee much more heavily braced. She tweaked it in the opening half. You see a black knee sleeve on number 88 in the orange. Kenzie Kent favors her left hand. She gets into the alley against Lizzie Colson. There's a whistle. Kenzie gets repositioned with 11 seconds on the shot clock. Snaps the pass for North outside the 8-meter key. Working off the sweep, Charlotte floats to McCool. Off the head fake, back to North once more on the sky whammy. It's a shot clock violation against Team North.
I know Kylie and I had discussed this a little bit earlier. When they move the ball and are cutting kind of all at the same time.
Dyer's back in tight for the slam dunk.
Anytime there's a shot clock that expires for a defense, it can ignite the offense, and this is a prime example of that. As soon as they picked up this ground ball from the defensive end, Abby Bosco was off to the races. Seemed a little bit slow getting back, Team North. Nice give and go action between Dempsey Arsenault and Abby Bosco. And then eventually they had a wide open Sam Gyersbach down on the crease.
And Sam Gyersbach, it was really subtle, but it was a quick little hitch fake is what we like to call it, that little hitch cradle when she caught the ball just to get Katie Glynn to go high so she could put the ball low.
Sam Gyersbach, who didn't know how much she loved lacrosse until she thought it was over. Gyersbach so grateful to Athletes Unlimited for giving her a professional career in this sport that she loves. Aldave overruns the draw control. Lizzie Colson kicks it loose. And out of the pack, it's Meg Dowdy for Team Apuzo. Folks, Sunday Night Baseball matchups, a series finale from Seattle. Mariners hosting Pete Alonso and the resurgent Mets. 7 Eastern, 4 Pacific on ESPN, ESPN Deportes, and ESPN Radio. Coverage beginning 6 Eastern, 3 Pacific, with baseball tonight, Sunday Night Countdown. Mastriani hooking up with Apuzo outside the 8-meter key. Score from beyond that arc. It's 2 points for the team, 16 for yourself. Off the curl, here's Geyers back, sweeping in, bouncer, she scores!
Oftentimes when the shot is changed up, we see goalkeepers just have a difficult time reading the bounce off of the turf. A nice little weave action up top. Get defense having to shift and switch. And anytime you have them switching, you're able to gain a step. And we see that bouncer just kind of misplayed, went to a different spot from where Katie Glynn was thinking it was originally going to bounce to.
And that last pick right there at the very end by Ali Mastriani gives that little lane that Sam Geyersbeck needed just to get her hands free enough to release that shot.
Right, it's the importance of turning the corner off of those little weaves. You just can't stay out. You need to get that last little step to drive in.
Making sure you go downhill.
2 tallies in 46 seconds of downhill work. Geyersbeck with markers in 9 of her last 10 games. The quest for those quarter win points favor Team Apuzo early on in the third. 20 points for all 14 players on the roster when you win a 10-minute slice of AU Pro Lacrosse. Apuzo defended by Scales. Sydney, the National Defender of the Year this past spring when she was at Boston College. Kuykendall, phenomenal talent out of Northwestern. Dodging away from Taylor, goes behind the back, and alertly, Katie Glynn stayed right there. She expected it. Katie Glynn in orange for just the 3rd time in her 17 career weeks of Athletes Unlimited Pro Lacrosse.
You know, it seems weird to see her not with Sam Apuzo on that team. So many times Sam has chosen Katie Glynn to be her goalkeeper.
4 times in the last 8 weeks, in fact. Waters there as that rolled wide of the goal, compliments of McCool. Shot clock's at 20. Here comes Grace Griffin off the sideline. Griffin with markers in 7 of her last 9. Kenzie Kent sprinting in against her collegiate teammate Dempsey Arsenal. Pop it back behind the goal and it's picked off. Kaylee Waters knew that was coming. Waters is clearing efforts on the mark. Here's Arsenal working in 4-on-3 if she accelerates. Apuzo, quick stick, Geyersbeck off the outside of the post. Long rebound, ground ball points there for Apuzo, who then fumbled it. What a nuisance, Megan Ball is such a pressure-packed defender. She gets the ball back for Team North.
And she's one of those defenders that can most definitely rattle you. She just doesn't let you have a second to rest. Kind of like what I think of Abby Bosco for Charlotte North. It's like a gnat. Kind of like what we have around us up here. Just that doesn't leave you alone ever. You don't have a minute to breathe.
That's what you call those things, gnats? They're big gnats. Charlotte North, big goal totals, feeds on the perimeter with McCool. North on the isolation. Going to her left against Arsenal. McCool will rotate Moreau. Amy Moreau skipping on through. North, no trouble shooting from deep. She's the all-time leader for 2-pointers. She gets into the alley. Leaves it for Kenzie Kent, 9 seconds to shoot. Kent rolling back. Pitched it to Moreau. 5 seconds to shoot. Moreau lets it fly. Backed up on the end line. It'll be Team Apuzo ball. The only 2 goals in this quarter, compliments of Sam Geyersbeck. As a result, 9-7 for Team Apuzo. Their captain, Sam, trying to win her first ever gold. Guess who just made the steal? Megan Ball, everywhere defensively. This youngster, this rookie, college draftee out of the University of Maryland after transferring from Rutgers. Lauren Gilbert's a PEC member, the Player Executive Committee. Players are the decision makers in Athletes Unlimited. Gilbert fidgets, then throws one too tall for McCool. A turnover, back to Apuzzo with 4 minutes to go in the third. Dowdy on the clear, looking into the sun, Lizzie Colson. Beautiful day today, temperatures in the high 70s, relatively low humidity. This fourth summer of Athletes Unlimited Pro Lacrosse that was rain-plagued in week 3. Heavy-duty rains on Thursday night. The athletes slugged it out. It's been a very, very entertaining final week. Kuykendall on the move, fidgets inside, scores! How in the world did she let that one go? Kuykendall, some of the most clever hands in the league, strikes.
This was very similar to her first goal in the game. She catches the ball on the run, and we see her evading the sticks. A nice little twister action to end. Erin Kuykendall, super fancy.
Team Apuzzo has a 10-7 lead over Team North with Athletes Unlimited Pro Lacrosse. We know, Courtney, that every team wants a really good left-handed finisher, and Team Apuzzo has one in Sam Geyersbach.
Sam Geyersbach, her best friend from childhood, puts herself right spot at the right time. You notice that she was holding position. Love the fact that she always was asking for that ball right down on the crease. And I think we got a lefty who can show you that a thing or two.
Does feel good to be back down here, that's for sure. But watching Sam Geyersbach do that, when she catches on those low angles, her body's moving this way. You have to think about where the goalie is in the cage. She's probably going to be closer to this pipe, closer to me. What Sam Geyersbach does so well is she adds this quick little hitch fake that gets her goalie to go high and then wraps her stick around to the outside to get to that far pipe.
With dead-eye precision, Kylie Ohlmiller, back in her playing days in Athletes Unlimited Pro Lacrosse, 50 tallies for her. Missing this summer due to injury, a big part of our TV crew. We want to shout out thanks to all the Van Wagner executives and all the men and women in our technical crew for the days and weeks of hustle and hard work to have us looking and sounding the best we can. Another good game winding to its conclusion. Moving to the tail end of the third quarter, Team Apuzzo was in complete control after 10 minutes, a 6-2 leader. Team North turned the tables in the second quarter 5-1, and in the third, it's been all Team Apuzzo dressed in the white gold. McCool gets the draw control. Marie is another player who can rocket up the leaderboard. Remember, in the first week of this summer, she was #1 with better than 440 points. First time ever that she was a captain in week 2. Often running against Mastriani, who's always in the medal pursuit, and is again today. Top 4 will medal after the MVP voting of this game. Kenzie Kent's on the go. Gets away from Colson. Charlotte North hovering behind the goal. North, attacked there by Bosco. North powering in, and they're going to call this a charge.
You know, there's a difference in height right there. We saw Abby Bosco, she was holding her position, and then she kind of put her arms up that, hey, I'm getting backed into, you know, the shoulder was dipped, and I think that's what the referees were calling. If the back is facing into that defender, that one's super obvious, but if you dip the shoulder and you're the one kind of forcing that defender out of position, that's when they're going to make that call.
This is Kuykendall on the turn, skip it all the way through. Geyer's back, pings it off the post. Your discussion of Abby Bosco, who nowadays is in medical sales, Defender of the Year last summer. There will be a Defender of the Year voted on by the players and announced in the aftermath of this game today. A Teammate of the Year as well as the 4 medalists. All of the players' names going into the Book of Unlimited. Charlotte North in medal consideration for the first time in her 3 years as a pro. 2-person game. North drags it away from a couple defenders. Kenzie Kent to Andy Aldave. Kent maneuvers with one hand on the cross. McCool, 2-person game with North. McCool spins, fires, sent it wide of Waters. Backed up on the end line with 16 seconds to shoot for Moreau. Speeds in, ducks her head. Not able to pull the trigger there. Excellent footwork defensively from Arsenault. Moreau will try it again on the redodge. Stabbed by Waters. Waters' save total is up to 8. She had 8 yesterday. Colson running for cover. Lizzie wears 25. Choma wears 26. It's 6-on-6 at the offensive end, including the fine rookie from Notre Dame, Casey Choma. She says team chaplain at Notre Dame, Father Joe Carey, a huge mentor to her during her time in South Bend. Geyer's back, slams a foot in the ground. Shot clock's turned off. Quarter win points in favor of Team Apuzzo, as this is snapped wide by Mastriani. Geyer's back with 9 seconds to operate on the inside roll. Comes back, and Glenn gets that with a knee down in the goal circle to bring us 3 quarters complete. Katie Glenn's 5th stop. As we check out the leaderboard, an additional 20 points for everybody in the white. These are the final 6. The top 4 get medals. Sam Apuzzo with a 20-point improvement. As you can tell, the lead grows over Charlotte North. Ali Mastriani is within 1 point of Taylor Marino, the reigning 2-time champion, now idle. Marino's summer is done. Mastriani has a chance to move into the top 4. We will get you back for the final 10 minutes of regulation time. It's been a terrific summer of Athletes Unlimited Pro Lacrosse on ESPN. The verge of her first ever gold medal if she can keep it up with her mates.
Joe, what's the saying? Always the bridesmaid, never the bride. Sam Apuzzo, 3rd place in year 1, 2nd place in years 2 and 3. She's wearing white, pretty fitting.
In year 2, Sam led Taylor Marino by 57 points. Entering the last day, Marino was able to eclipse her for that title. 4th quarter unfolds. Big thank you to all the fans for following along so closely and cheering to the fullest in this summer of 2024. Joe Beninati, Courtney Martinez-Connor in the booth. Kylie Oldmiller is our field reporter. A shout out of thanks to the men and women in our technical crew guiding us home in this one, game 24 in the summer of 24. Choma and Geyers back play the 2-player game. Good stick check there by Katrina Geiger. Her Hall of Fame mom, I'm sure, is in attendance. Katrina, the daughter of Kathleen and Alan. Arsenal's pass is low. Tracked down along the sideline. Good scoop by Apuzzo. Sam, after that first-time ground ball, looking to create offensively. She had 3 goals and an assist in the opening half. Mastriani on the spin. Shot clock violation here against Team Apuzzo. Courtney Taylor angling back through midfield. Serves it on for Kenzie Kent. The team in orange, Team North, trailing by 3 with 8.5 to go.
In order for Charlotte to make a big move and pass Sam Apuzzo, they're going to need to win this 4th quarter. She's going to need to have a lot of action, scoring some goals, causing some turnovers, and then they need that overall game win. All of these points are going to matter for her, and then getting voted, ideally, one of those top MVP spots.
North back behind the cage, little cat and mouse game with Meg Dowdy. Charlotte North hovering. Shot clock's at 13. North will set a screen and a pick there for Kent. Kenzie looks to get it back to 88 on a back cut. 5 seconds to shoot. North rolling. North bad angle. And we get a whistle here and a hold call. That's going to send Charlotte North to free position. The officials talking it over. Liz Brush in discussion. The question is, where does the shot clock fall? It's very close to the end of it. North will tee it up from the 8-meter key. Charlotte North, a record-setting summer. Cranks it up with that familiar wind-up. North lets it fly! The golden goal of the summer of 24. That's 50 for Charlotte North.
$50 goals for number 88. And Charlotte with the windup. That's a resounding goal. We saw it hit upper 90. That's off stick side for Kaylee Waters. Incredibly fast shot with that windup.
And that is what Charlotte North is known for, is that windup. It's what she's made so famous in the women's lacrosse game. You see young players all over the world now wanting to be like number 88 because she can shoot the ball so hard and with that signature windup.
85-mile-an-hour high heat from Charlotte North, ending a drought of close to 14 minutes for her gang. It's 10-8. Draw control for Ali Mastriani. She popped it loose for Lizzie Colson. Taylor picks up the scoop. Much needed possession time now for Team North with 7.5 to go in regulation. McCool slowing the pace, 6-on-6 at this end of the field. Charlotte North directing traffic. That right leg heavily sleeved. McCool on the way to the goal on the way down. Stop there, and McCool is in need of attention as she winds up on the playing surface.
There was a lot of contact on here. We see the stick is crossed. The extension of the arms is why right here. We see that extension, the push out from Ali Mastriani. And Marie McCool falling onto her shoulder. Not sure if the referees are calling a foul or not, or if they just blew the whistle because she had hit the ground, but she had hit the ground because of that slight extension from Ali Mastriani. It would have been okay defense as long as she just didn't extend the arms.
Lynn Bowers had a quick word there with Marie McCool. I don't think McCool was very appreciative of it. It's a 10-8 score with just over 7 minutes to go in regulation. 4 of the last 6 games in Athletes Unlimited Pro Lacrosse have gone beyond regulation to sudden victory overtime. It's been a very close and exciting final couple of weeks of this season. 1 individual champion will win gold today, 4 medalists, a Defender of the Year, and a Teammate of the Year award to come. Grace Griffin's gonna sub in for McCool there after the injury. Marie's on the sideline. Griffin goes to the goal and snapped it high. North gets possession off the end line restart with 27 seconds to shoot. North jumper hits the post. Rebound swallowed up by Waters. Kaylee will look to clear for Team Apuzzo in white. On the run. Choma sidesteps her defender. Telegraphed that pass. It's intercepted by Sydney Scales. Scales, the first defender selected back on Monday in the draft. These teams changing every week with Captain's Draft. This is the final matchup of the summer. Earlier today, Team Kennedy outlasting Team Marino and putting Ali in a great position for a medal. McCool back off the sideline now. Draws 2 defenders. Ahern off the face dodge, not fooling Arsenault. Moreau captures. Amy going to goal. Had that one bounce out of the top of her cross. A turnover to Team Apuzzo. We're less than 6 minutes to go in regulation. Bosco will bring it ahead. Apuzzo and Kuykendall are in no hurry now with their team on top by 2. Mastriani accelerates, finds Geyers back to the interior. Great passing for another put away for Spillis.
What you can say about this Apuzzo goal is just unselfishness. Mastriani to Geyers back, Kuykendall to Spillis. It's like connecting the dots left and right. She didn't have to take that extra pass, but she did, and that's what got the defense shifted.
This is an orange challenge. Orange challenge.
There has been a challenge made. Team North facilitator Christy Foote in her 3rd summer with Athletes Unlimited. Christy's a 2-time All-American who played collegiately at Notre Dame. There are no coaches in Athletes Unlimited. The facilitators help communicate from the sideline with the captains on these challenges. Their advisors, their assistant GMs come draft day. They help run practices. Here's a look at what they're challenging.
So the work was okay from Kuykendall.
We saw this earlier this summer. If the cross is inside the circle on the pass, they will overturn the goal. Remember, we saw one of these a couple weeks ago. If the cross is inside the circle,
that was
breaks the plane on the to catch and release, they'll call that a goal circle violation. If the cross is outside the circle on the catch before the quick stick, they'll call it a good goal. One more peek at it.
After further review, the ruling on the field is confirmed. It's a goal.
All good. All good and a beautiful setup. Kuykendall to Spillis. Spillis's 2 tallies today have been on the business end of picture-perfect passing.
They have. The unselfish play, the one more, even when it's not necessarily needed, that's what gets the defense's head spinning. And it's just beautiful lacrosse.
11-8 now with 5:20 to go. Sky high off the draw. Ball down. Aldave will keep it on the carpet. And as usual, it's Arsenault who covers an awful lot of ground to make the scoop. This is going to be a yellow card and a player up now for Apuzzo.
So the second swing from Andy Aldave is what caused the bun of Dempsey Arsenault to move sideways.
Month-long WNBA Olympic break court ends on Tuesday, August the 15th. We have the Liberty and the Sparks on ESPN, ESPN Deportes, and ESPN's app. Coverage beginning 9 Eastern, 6 Pacific. Check out Dearica Hamby with LA. She sets the pace for the Sparks. Less than 5 to go in regulation. Apuzzo on the verge of her first ever AU Pro Lacrosse gold. Kuykendall fires. That's an easy stop on the angle for Katie Glynn.
It's going to be harder for Team North to clear that ball. Again, they have one less player on the field. And she was just about released. Not yet. Waiting in the box. Aldave just about coming onto the field. She was the one who committed the foul for the check to the head.
Kenzie Kent veering away from defensive pressure. Lizzie Colson's there with her. 4 minutes to go in regulation. You'll see that top 6 on the leaderboard stay in for the balance of this fourth quarter. The top 4 will be medalists. Taylor Marino, the 2-time reigning champion, can add to her point totals no more. There will be a new champ in 2024. A whistle and a foul as Aldave gets back up. Andy Aldave has shown very good handiwork from free position. She has goals in 7 of her last 8 games overall. She'll be whistle ready here against Waters. And scores! Andy Aldave.
All is not said and done for Team North. Andy Aldave working inside. A holding foul called against the defense, and Andy Aldave making them pay at the 8-meter line. She's closed the gap to just 2 in AU Pro Lacrosse.
Athletes Unlimited Pro Lacrosse is sponsored by EY. All the players getting their names etched into the Book of Unlimited. Better than 500 pages and 25 pounds. All 4 medalists, including our gold medal champion, in just a few moments when this summer of 2024 concludes. Game 24 at the moment. It is Team Apuzo by 2, an 11-9 leader over Team North. Folks, just a reminder, Athletes Unlimited softball continues tomorrow. Team McQuillan and Team Kilfoyle, 4 Eastern on ESPN2. Then Team Lorenz will match up with Team Palacios. Palacios, a first-time captain, 6:30 Eastern on ESPNU. Those are the makeup games, or the games that were washed out while AU was at the Little League Softball World Series. Throughout this summer, we have been sharing the athletes who have been mic'd up on the field. That's happened today with the 2 headliners. Let's take you into the game with Charlotte North and Sam Apuzo.
Let's play simple right now. Yeah, now we gotta support each other all a little bit more, okay? Hold him! Kaylee, yeah. Hey, Kaylee! Defense! That is beautiful! So good!
I'm winning this game. Guys, all that matters is this corner because we're winning this game. We're winning. Let's go. Finish on 3. Ready? 1, 2, 3.
Finish. Let's go. Hey, we're not gonna win though staring at Charlotte. Yeah. We got.
That's okay though. Just think mentality. 100% buzz around. Buzz. Just buzz.
A very matter-of-fact group dressed in orange for Team North. They have to play catch-up with 3.5 left in the 4th. Sam Apuzo behind those goggles, perhaps on the verge of her first ever gold. She will be a 4-time medalist any way you look at it, but what matters is placing first today. Moreau with the draw control, possession for Team North. Courtney, what do you want to see from the 6-on-6 set?
You know, I'd like to see them change things up a little bit. We see a lot of Andy Aldave inside. I wouldn't mind seeing Charlotte North in there as well.
Ahern turns the corner. Moreau back there as well. Moreau works in against Dowdy. They change the formation. McCool will isolate from the top off the split dodge. Moreau pops out, works it and scores! A huge goal for Amy Moreau.
A lot more ball movement for the team in orange. Team North, Marie McCool with the challenge. She had the eyes of 3 defenders on her. They probably could have called Walling against Meg Dowdy right here. As Moreau was coming at the goal, just well placed. She positioned around the defender.
Yeah, you said it well. Marie McCool really drew the attention of the defense there. So for her to dodge back and forth, get somebody to slide to her, really opened up Amy Moreau. And I like Amy's patience on the positioning of that shot.
Moreau had 35 goals in her graduate student year back in 2023. She's a 2-year performer at this professional level. Product of UMass. Proud to wear that number 3. She said the 3rd time's a charm. Good things arrive in 3s. She's worn number 3 since she's been 14. She and her mates are back within 1. Wild scramble for draw control, and Apuzo comes up with it. Geyer's back will drift to a corner. We're less than 3 minutes to go. The leaderboard is in. The top 4 will be medalists. You'll see changes to the leaderboard when those players involved, specifically in this game, the colors corresponding to the jerseys, the white gold for Apuzo and for Mastriani. Kennedy and Marino's day done. Allie Kennedy earlier with a convincing win over her best bud. Mastriani will move. Arsenault for Apuzo. Switch it. Mastriani off the split. She'll shovel for Kuykendall, who's been so creative. Erin Kuykendall feeds perfectly on the doorstep for Choma.
If I had to give an unsung hero at the offensive side, it would be Erin Kuykendall. She was really quiet in the beginning of her rookie campaign, and we just see her getting more and more comfortable. Her vision off of the dodge as she is dragging her defender from one side of the field to the other, she still has her eyes up.
It's almost like she has eyes in the back of her head when she plays. You can see her, she's driving across the top, but it's almost as if she knows she's plotting something on the backside and trusting Choma to come around with that sneak around the crease. That's a big play right there.
Score in the fourth quarter. The quarter win points is 3-2 for Team North. Choma gets her 10th on the campaign. Casey with markers in 6 of the last 7. Couple of 2-goal games this summer in what has featured so many incredible rookie talents.
You know, they've been fun to watch. The skill, the speed that they've infused into this league, you know, many of them coming off of their college season, extending all the way through the end of May in championship time. It's just been fun to watch.
Apuzzo's lead over North for the gold, as you can tell, is more than 100 points as of right now. If Team North wins the fourth quarter, that would get Charlotte an additional 20. There are MVP votes that will come up. You can get 45 if you're MVP 1, 30 if you're MVP 2, 15 if you're MVP 3. Going to the goal, McCool snapped it high. Of course, if your team wins, everybody on the roster gets 45 points. Things can add up quickly if Kenzie Kent and her mates can get up off the mat in the final 90 seconds. Moreau gets away from McCool, backed up by North. Charlotte, who's tallied 50 goals this summer. Off the split from left to right, that sidewinder goes wide of the cage. Shot clock's at 14. Get it right back into the cross of 88. She'll go on Bosco. North jump shot off the outside of the goal. Chasing it down is Kaylee Waters.
Excellent play by Kaylee Waters. That's going to be a cause turnover for her on the defensive end. They can just about run out this clock.
Courtney, look at how close the race is for the fourth medal. Mastriani at the moment is 4 points down. Of course, if Team Apuzzo wins, they'll get 45 each. That'll be fine for Allie.
They're going to get the 45. They're potentially not going to get this fourth quarter points. That's going to go to Team North. Everyone on that team will have 20 points as long as they are able to hold out this score.
Playing keep away, shot clock turned off. Geyer's back in possession. It's a 2-point advantage. Arsenal bring it this way for Mastriani. Allie works to the outside. The final 5 seconds. Geyer's back, pass to the inside. A quick stick for a finish. And they're jumping, jubilant on the sideline, dressed in the white and gold. That is one proud and popular team hug there. With practically no time on the clock, Sam Apuzzo is racing to celebrate with her defenders and her goalkeeper in what is very likely her first ever gold medal performance, capped off there by Dempsey Arsenault.
As the clock is counting down, it's whether the ball was out of the stick, because this is going to matter for quarter point wins. If it's a tie, then it goes to the overall winner. As of right now, it's 3-2 Charlotte North. That would make it 3-3, and the team would then be tied. So curious if they're going to look to challenge to at least potentially win that fourth quarter, Team North.
Team Apuzzo with a late tally, confirmed as a good goal, will prevail in this final. 13-10 for Team Apuzzo. A perfect final week for the captain. The first 2 victories in overtime, this one by 3 points. Sam Apuzzo as a captain in her career is now 27-9.
That's a pretty good record for number 2, who we're used to seeing wearing number 14.
Back into her college number. Sam Apuzzo Without a doubt, will have her 4th medal. We'll wait for everything to be official before we cast her as the champion. For now, in the aftermath of this one, let's go to Kylie Ohlmiller and Charlotte North.
Charlotte, you knew playing against Sam was going to be a tough one. We talked about it. Can you talk me through what it was like playing with this team for this last weekend?
Oh my gosh, I can't say it enough. They were just so inspiring. You know, all the way across the board, every single person on this team gave everything they had. But also we had so much fun together, and we bonded off the field, and we felt each other all over the field, and I think that's why we had success.
Can you tell me one quick thing, one of your highs from this season? The season's over. It went like this.
I know.
What were some of your highs from the season?
I mean, I know we were fresh off of this weekend, but this team this weekend was really special. Just getting to be around them in a locker room of such great people and teammates who support each other, win or lose, but honestly, everyone was willing to give it all they had for each other, and I think that's really special.
Congrats on a great one.
Thanks so much.
Ladies, we appreciate it. The natural, Sam Apuzzo, has been confirmed now as the gold medal winner. She'll be the one left standing. All the athletes will make their way out onto the field. The top 4 will be celebrated as medalists. The leaderboard now being confirmed. The top 4 in position: Apuzzo, North, Kennedy, and Mastriani. Allie sneaks in for a 4th with a solid showing in the final game of the summer. We will get you back in just a few moments. After the TV timeout, we will chat with a champion, Sam Apuzzo, a victor in 2024. The first and third quarters make the big difference today for Team Apuzzo, a 13-10 winner over Team North. We show you the top 5 on the leaderboard. Sam Apuzzo will win her first ever gold medal. Charlotte North comes up short, her first medal overall. Allie Kennedy and Allie Mastriani in court. Mastriani nudges Marino out of the medal stand.
You know, it was a big game today, and we knew that there could be some last-minute shifts for those last few spots. Allie Kennedy moving up, keeping that 3rd position, and Mastriani just overtaking Taylor Marino.
Here is Kylie Ohlmiller with the victorious Sam Apuzzo.
Sam, going into that last game, you got to play against Charlotte North, a player that you've coached, a player that you've played with. She had nothing but great things to say about you. I'm assuming it's reciprocated.
I mean, Charlotte is one of a kind. She's a close friend of mine. I love her with all my heart. I'm lucky to share the field with her, either with her or against her. She is an amazing thing that lacrosse has, and I'm so proud of everything she does.
She would say the same, and I would say the same for you. You had an incredible. It has been amazing to watch you fight things. What can you describe?
Hardest season we've had here. Against it, this is people, but amazing people.
What does it mean to come so?
I would not be standing here. Long time coming, but I'm.
Yeah.
A very gracious and emotional Sam Apuzzo. Kylie, Courtney, thank you for your friendship, your insight into this wonderful sport. It's been a pleasure, Courtney, to cover these athletes with you. This was a terrific season.
You know, this was fun to watch. So many new faces, the veterans capping out season 4 of AU Pro Lacrosse. It just gets better and better each and every summer.
Players, the best in the world, battling all the way through season 4. With the massive point totals that she's earned, Sam Apuzzo has her gold. She has her exclamation point. Athletes Unlimited champion. Behind the back, score!
You gotta believe in the magic. It's brewing inside or within. The power you have, you just hold it. Just let it flow out you again.
Allie Kennedy fires and scores!
Watch you fly. Touch the skies. Rise up so high.
North fires and scores! She leads the league this summer.
You're supernatural.